Hello, how's it going? Happy Sunday, everyone. Right, Sunday here in Lima does mean that still this is the last Sunday that we are not able to go out. Today I got up early and I have been very focused today because I'm reading a book called The One Thing. It was a recommended book in Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. It's a great little summary of how to deal with what's really important and to concentrate on the one thing that is really, really important. So today I have been doing my newsletter and I've been really concentrated on that. The one thing is written by Gary Keller. I just checked that out. Okay, so a newsletter is coming out, and I'm almost finished, but I just thought I'd take a little break here now to do my update, my vlog, while it's still sort of early. And today I'm doing it on my Colibri Expeditions channel just to compare to see how this plays out compared to doing that on my own profile that I usually do around this time of day. But anyway, so the newsletter is about to come out. It's the Seven Wonders Birding newsletter. If you are not signed up on that, you should consider doing that. And the best way of doing that is actually to check out sevenwondersbirding.com. And then there is a link that sort of pops up there that you can sort of just write in your name and email address, and then you will be on our newsletter. So this newsletter is going to be quite a bit about the Seven Wonders birding trips that I've been mentioning also here previously. As I said, today is Sunday, and this is the last Sunday we're not allowed to go out. We will be able to do that from Wednesday this coming week. So the lightening up a little bit on the rules for the whole lockdown. There's still going to be some areas of Peru which are not, where we still are not able to go to, and it means that the plans that I had to do the Satipo Road project will not happen this month, but rather next month, hopefully, if we can get some funding. So that's another thing I'm putting into that newsletter that you will be getting. I have been reading quite a bit. I've been downloading a few more books, and this One Thing is a great book. Gary Keller gets me a little bit more motivated to do the sort of the one important thing every day. Another book that I've been checking out, and I'm doing like one chapter per day. It's a book called Sleep Smarter by Sean Stevenson. 21 proven tips that works, and one of the idea is that you get up early, which is my really big problem. I have a hard time getting up early, but I was up early today, and it was a nice morning. I heard the Peruvian pygmy owl for the first time from my home since lockdown. I think it was the second time I've heard it, but today it was really loud and clear, which was nice. And the first time in June that I have that bird, so another June bird for me. I'm now up at 37 species just within this 3-kilometer radius. Not so great maybe, but still not too bad. So that's a good book if you want to get better quality. It doesn't mean that saying that, yeah, no, I don't sleep well or I have a problem getting to bed early as I do, or maybe you have a problem getting up, whatever. But it'll give you some tips anyway of sleeping a little bit more effectively. So one thing that the book was mentioning for today was that it's important to get up early, because then you actually get that circadian rhythm right. You will get a boost of melatonin it sort of builds up during the day, and at night when you're supposed to get tired, that melatonin will actually form automatically, and you will get tired and you will get back to bed early. But if you sleep away all morning, you don't go outside, you don't get any daylight exposure, then that melatonin production will not go up as much in the evening. Another thing, of course, is to stay away from all these gadgets. That's hard for me, but you have that setting on your phones probably that you can do the night mode, and I will take and also on your computers. So you will take off that blue light and turn it into a softer, sort of more yellowish, reddish light, and it makes it so much easier to go to sleep. So that's another book. All these books here, I'm actually putting on a link. I told you about this before, but it's an idea to do that again. And so my I'm doing this on Amazon, and I have a store page there now called amazon.com/shop/engblom.gunner, and there you can find my recommendations, also from previous podcasts that I've been doing. So if you buy from this page, I get like a tiny little bit of commission, and again, that's another help that during these rather difficult times. So I'm recommending things that I find useful myself. Hopefully you do as well. And you can check out these links there, and that they are on that one page on the amazon.com/shop/engblom.gunner. Right. Coming to my next book here that I've downloaded and I started reading also, which I find quite fascinating. The question "How to Live." It's a biography about Montaigne, the guy that wrote essays in the 1700s. He was one of the philosophers of his time, and still very, very current in many ways. And so this book called is an anthology and a bit of a biography of Montaigne by Sarah Bakewell, and it's called "How to Live a Life of Montaigne: One Question, How to Live, and 20 Ways to Answer." And I've just read through the first one, the first of those ways to answer. Fascinating read, very much recommended. Now, another very philosophical and thoughtful author that I've been reading about a month ago is Yuval Noah Harari. This is a bestseller. You probably read it already. I'm just a little bit late on these things. But Sapiens, if you haven't read it, fantastic book. And it's also called A Short History of Mankind, Sapiens. Great book. I've just started the second. It's 3 books in the series, and I started the second now, Homo Deus. And that's like the future, what the future will bring for us. And Homo Deus is meaning like man, God. We are now able to do such immense changes to the planet. So if there was a creator, I don't think he really had that in plan for us, that we would play gods and do that, all these changes to the planet that we are doing right now. And then there's a third book also, which I've downloaded, but I still haven't opened. 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. So all these are sort of bundled together, and quite well known. They're all sort of New York Times bestsellers. I'm sure you've heard of them already if you're avid readers. I'm just very, very slow. There's another book that I also opened up, and this is highly recommended. It's not like the guy is doing any of his own stuff, but he has a great way of summarizing a lot of different people who have written self-help books. And this guy is called Damon Sahariadis. I have no idea how to pronounce his last name, Sahariadis. And so the book that I'm reading right now is called The 30-Day Productivity Plan. And it sounds like, just very, very common name of clickbait sort of thing. But the book is good, and it's not the first time I'm reading this author. I looked through and I realized I actually read two of his other books, and the other one was called The To-Do List Formula, and then there's another one that was sort of the inspiration to a blog post that I did on my own blog, gunnaringblom.com recently, and that one is called Morning Makeover. These three books are on Kindle, so you can download them like on to your iPads or your Kindles or your tablets for that matter, and they're only $3 each. So it's a very concise and effective way to get the ideas of a lot of these self-help authors in a condensed way. They're not very thick, the books, and there's like no nonsense. So to me, he's doing a really, really great job. And I'm also thinking he's making a lot of money on these, partly because his books are extremely cheap. They are fantastic clickbait titles and highly recommended. What can I say? I mean, they're good. Even though they may not be his unique ideas, but he summarizes them in a really, really good way. So check those out. And I guess that was pretty much it for the books that I have in store. Quite a bit. I'm also reading some more detective stories. I have some detective stories also there on my on those recommendations there on my Amazon store. So that I was mentioning in a previous vlog that I did. So check those out, and I'm gonna finish up my newsletter now. And as I said, either you go to my page, 7wondersbirding.com, and you will find when you try to leave that page, you can surf around a little bit, but when you try to leave, there will be a little pop-up saying that, hey, shouldn't you subscribe to this? And so please do, and then you will get my newsletter. Great, huh? I see you here next time. Bye.